Our good buddy Dr. Fauci went on Joy Reid's MSNBC radio show, television show, radio show, whatever. He went on MSNBC, Joy Reid's television show. By the way, lowest rated show on MSNBC, CNN, or Fox News. Joy Reid, and said that he was very troubled by the crowds that he was seeing surrounding college football games. In fact, he thought and agreed with Joy Reid that COVID was going to feast on college football fans because they had the gall to go to games without wearing masks and sit out in highly crowded stadiums. He said 2 weeks ago, when college football kicked off, right about exactly 2 weeks ago, that he expected for cases to surge and he expected for COVID to feast on college football fans. Well, the data is in, and I went back and I looked at all of the different SEC states in particular, where hundreds of thousands of people started to going to games a couple of weeks ago. And here's what the data reflects on the 14-day averages according to the New York Times. Cases in Florida are down 44%. Cases in Tennessee are down 43%. Cases in Georgia are down 35%. Cases in South Carolina are down 32%. Down 30% in Mississippi. Down 23% in Alabama, 22% in Texas, 9% in Texas. In fact, every single SEC state is down since Dr. Fauci said COVID was going to feast on college football fans. Fauci was 100% wrong when he looked at the college football stadiums and he made those pronouncements. Now, this is significant. Have you heard Dr. Fauci talk about the crowd at the Emmys at all? Have you heard Dr. Fauci ever talk about the crowd at Barack Obama's 60th birthday party? Have you heard Dr. Fauci ever talk about COVID spreading in a significant fashion at any event that is predominantly filled with Democratic attendees? Because I haven't. And he's also been proven 100% wrong here. Now, will anyone at CNN call out or point out this failure? Will anyone at MSNBC? And this is significant because it's strong evidence that we are at the point, probably have been there for a long time, where we can have 100% full crowds outdoors with no masks and not have any significant impact when it comes to COVID spread. All of that data I just read you direct from the New York Times COVID tracker. It has now been 2 weeks since Dr. Fauci went on Joy Reid's MSNBC show and said that COVID was going to feast. Feast was the word he endorsed on college football fans, and it has not happened. In fact, every single SEC state right now, based on the New York Times, is down in terms of the overall number of COVID infections. Tennessee, Texas, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri. If you have an SEC football fan, and for good measure, Oklahoma, which will soon have SEC football fans throughout its state, when college football kicked off, COVID collapsed rather than surging and feasting, as Dr. Fauci said it would. This is significant in a big way.